Welcome back to episode 7 of A Hopeful Take. I am Hope.
I'm Chris.
You introduced yourself.
I did. I snuck in.
Oh.
I decided to do it this time.
You haven't done that yet.
No, I haven't, but I've done something different almost every time. So
you have, that's true. But you have yet to actually introduce yourself, so
that's why I snuck in.
I am pleasantly shocked and surprised.
Yeah.
We have a fun episode today. We're going to talk about our kitties.
Yeah.
It's our kitties.
June is an important month for the two of them.
It is, for different reasons.
Jonah gets to go to the vet, which we'll talk about later.
Oh, yeah. But it's also a birthday and a gotcha day this month.
Oh.
So exciting. It's very exciting. We got Jonah first.
Wait, we'll talk about them after, and then we can talk about like our watching and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We just finished Pop Culture Jeopardy.
We did.
I'm so sad that it's done.
It was such a good season, though. I love that the ending actually mattered to everything.
Did.
It was very cool. It
actually really mattered.
Yeah.
It was really important this time. It was such a close game. Oh my god, I won't give any spoilers.
The drama was good. It's worth the watch if you have any pop culture knowledge.
Honestly, even if you don't, I think Colin Jost is hysterical.
Oh, he's so good.
Like he's a great host, and I think he's really funny. So even if you were to just watch it, like I don't know anything with real Jeopardy, but I still like watching that one and feeling stupid watching it.
You learn a lot too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And every once in a while you come across something, it's like, I heard about this. I don't remember what the real thing is, but I heard about it. And then I get to sit there for, what is the cat doing?
Yeah, I don't know if the mics are picking that up, but the cat is just like attacking something behind the couch over here.
I don't know what he's doing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, so we finished Pop Culture Jeopardy, that we very much love. And what was it that we also just finished?
Perfect Match. Yeah.
That one. This season was different.
I think the thing that sucks about Perfect Matches, their shows in general, is like casting getting leaked ahead of time happens quite often. Yeah. So then people know, like, oh, I'm getting cast with so and so, and then they get interested in each other, and maybe they talk to each other ahead of time. Like, it kind of ruins the, they meet for the first time, and it's that like real connection.
Yeah, like we knew Buddy from Age of Attraction was going to be on, like, before Age of Attraction even finished. What are you doing, Jones?
He's sniffing the mic. I think he was enjoying what he was smelling. Hey, buddy?
You're such a weird kitty. So, kitties, being he's here.
Yeah.
And he left.
He's gone.
That was Jonah. Jonah is our very, I want to say social, but he's not social. He's our attention, extremely needy kitty.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was like an excuse why we got him was the whole like...
Well, this is not an excuse. It was just...
Emotional support animal.
Yes. He was my reason for the landlords to not say no. Because I, as I mentioned before, am severely mentally ill. With a couple things. And so I've always wanted a pet. I've always loved pets. But with the place that we were in BC, they didn't allow any pets. So I was like, oh, well, how do we get around this without getting in trouble? So in a therapy session at one point, I mentioned to my therapist that I would really like an animal or something, but I'm not allowed to have them in my apartment. And she went, well, I can write you a letter that it would be good to have an emotional support animal. And I went, you can do that? She's like, yes, I can. I was like, okay, great. I don't know what the cat's doing. He's being weird.
His best.
That's true. He's doing his best. So I got the letter and I called my landlord and went, hey, so I got this letter from my therapist that says this. Would a cat be okay? And he went, oh, just a small cat? Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. I was like, cool. So we went to the shelter and...
Well, you saw Jonah on Facebook first because they're like, we just got this little kitty in. I thought that's how you saw it.
Kind of. So when we had dropped off the application, he was at the shelter already, and he was asleep on the chair at the front door.
Yeah, he was sleeping as we came in.
And we were like, oh my god, look at this cute little black kitty. And they were like, yeah, he just came in yesterday. But he's
dropped off on the front door.
Yeah, he was dropped at the front door. They came in Monday morning to find him in a box at the door. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh my god, that's so sad. But if he's not available yet, then I can't put him on my application, so whatever. So I think I had 2 different ones on there. And they had posted the next day on Facebook that he was available for adoption. So I had called and messaged them and emailed them and was like, hey, put him on my application, please. I would like him. And the next day I got a call and they're like, hey, you've been approved. Who do you want? You have these 2 names. And I said, Jonah.
Yeah.
He's not on there. I messaged and I called and I commented, I want Jonah.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay, sure. And so I'm like, yes, Jonah. They're like, okay. So I left work early. I called you and was like, I need you to speed to work right now. We have 35 minutes to get from work to the shelter, and we need to do that now.
Yeah.
He's like, okay.
It was like 10 minutes in either direction, basically.
Yeah, roughly. So yeah, you came down and we got the kitty and we came home and he was ours right away. There was no question about it. There was no like warm-up period with him. The first day that we got Jonah, you two napped for 2 hours on the couch.
Oh,
and
I was
he
so tired.
On you.
I was so tired.
And honestly, I think it's actually really funny because I think it's the first time I've ever seen you nap during the day, and it was with the brand new kitty.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
We had all this, because when we got him, we had some things that we needed.
Yes, because they had said that we needed some things to be able to take the cat home. Like we needed a litter box, we needed a food bowl, and we needed some toys and a bed.
Yeah, so then I think I needed to go out and get like nail clippers, treats, food.
Yeah.
I think I got a water bowl, I got a bed.
And we had one tiny little scratcher.
Oh yeah, and the scratch, and I think I got a tree as well.
We got the tree after we got the cat.
Yeah, but maybe that was like the next day or something.
Yes.
I can't quite remember.
Because you had said, well, I don't want to get too many things and us be declined. I was like, well, that's fair.
Yeah. We just got the mandatory stuff, and then we picked him up, brought him home, and then...
And then you went out and you got things, and I stayed home with him. Yeah. But he's such a good boy.
He's a pampered little guy.
He is, and he has been on our laps and on my back and my shoulders ever since. Because he's a good little baby.
Yeah, he's definitely, very affectionate these days.
Oh, very much so. And he's only gotten more affectionate since we got him.
Still freaks out every time we leave the house, but at least, I think it's just he doesn't like being in the crate, doesn't like being confined.
Yeah, he doesn't like the crate, and I do think that some of that is from him being dumped at the shelter.
Probably.
Because, he'll be totally fine until we get in the car. And then we get in the car, and he's like, this is no.
Yeah, because even when we got to the vet last time, we, took him out, and he was just, super cool.
Oh, yeah, once he's out of the carrier, he doesn't care. When we were moving out here, and we were in 2 hotels on our way out here, hated the carrier, but once he was out and in the room, he's like, oh.
Yeah.
Cool. Can I explore here? Cool. Okay. Oh, look. There's a lap for cuddles.
Yeah, and even when we got here, too, as soon as... Because we didn't have Waltz at the time. We locked Jonah in, our spare room.
Yeah.
Then we moved everything in. And, he wasn't locked in there, without anything. We had packed the, cat stuff last, so we could take it out first. So we brought it up. We set up a room for him.
He had a tree in there. He had his food. He had his litter box and all of that stuff.
Everything was familiar to him, so we set that up for him. We left him in there for 3 hours. He has
his chair that he really likes, so we made sure that was in there with his blankets and whatnot. And he was totally fine. And then we had moved everything in. We opened the door and he was like, "This is a new place, but all our stuff is here. Smells like you. Cool." And he just didn't care.
Yeah.
He still doesn't care.
I know, and that was pretty quick too for him. Getting used to the place. As soon as we opened the door because we were moved in, he's just time to see everything.
Now, he did do something on the very first night, and we just about died.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, we couldn't breathe. So we had one of my friends here helping us move in and move everything in because we don't have an elevator in the building and we live on the top floor. So we needed an extra set of hands. So a friend had come out, and so she was out here sleeping on the couch. Not this one. This is a new couch. We love this couch.
We had a section all the time.
Yeah, it was a sad one.
But a tiny person, so it worked for her.
Oh yeah. But we were in the bedroom, and we had literally just moved in, so nothing's where it's supposed to be. Nothing is clean. Everything's just everywhere because we just put things on the ground and continued. And Jonah decided to try and jump up onto the very top of the closet, and it didn't work.
It's 5 feet off the ground or something, probably.
No. it would be like 6 feet because it's taller than me and I am 5'4".
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
But either way.
Yeah, and like we had some stuff like right in front of the closet. We had some stuff on
there
the
was
ground.
a dresser and there's
a whole bunch of bags and stuff that still weren't unpacked.
Yeah, like the clothing and whatnot. So he was standing on top of the dresser that was in the closet. And he did the very, very stereotypical thing for cats of as soon as he jumped, his legs just went flip.
Yeah.
And there was no height to his jump
Maybe
at
like
all.
2 feet, if that.
If that, I don't even think he made it like 30 centimeters up.
No.
Like, he tried, he splayed midair, and he hit the ground, and we died.
Yeah.
And that was so funny. And the next day, my friend was like, "What were you laughing about?" Like, I was just falling asleep. I was like, the cat was being stupid, and it was hysterical. And he is, "Oh, you are such a little baby." Yeah. So we've had Jonah for a while, and he has a couple things that he is obsessed with, mainly pigeons. He thinks he is a prized pigeon hunter. Now, he has never once actually been face to face with a pigeon without there being some sort of barrier in the way, nor has he ever had the opportunity to actually hunt one. But he believes that he is the top predator, and we let him think that.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
He really is.
Yeah, he's been good. Very part of the family. He's gotten used to new digs as well. He gets around pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't have any issues, really.
Yeah, no issues too. Like, he's going to the vet this month for his yearly checkup. He'll probably get his shots again, and that'll be about it.
Yeah. And even then, he's just like, okay, whatever. You took him to get neutered right after we got him, and
We did.
the only issue with that was the vet went, "Oh, he doesn't need a cone. He probably won't try." And
He needed a cone.
if your vet ever says, "Oh, they probably don't need a cone," after getting, spayed or neutered, get them the cone.
We spent like 4 hours probably just fighting the cat to stop licking himself. Maybe more even.
Honestly, probably more.
No.
And like the poor dude. I know he just wanted to lick, but it wasn't allowed. And we didn't have a cone, and they didn't have any at Walmart or anything like that, and they didn't have any at the pet stores around town, and the vets in town didn't have any either, because we had to go to one out of town to get him neutered. And
2.5 hours one direction. I drove like 5 hours in one day to go get him neutered. And I had to be there for like their opening at 8 a.m., drop him off. And then I just bummed around town for 2 hours. They called me and were like, "Oh, he's done."
yeah.
Yeah, and then another 2.5 hours home. Which, by the way, was in the summer. And they told me because he was on sedation, his body couldn't regulate temperature as much. I had to keep it like lukewarm in the car the whole time, so it wasn't cold or warm.
And you're a warm person.
I'm a fat boy, so yeah, I'm a warm guy.
Yeah, it was. And he very much did not enjoy the car ride there, but he really didn't enjoy the car ride back.
Yeah. Well, luckily he was sedated for half of it, and then the other half he was just screaming.
Yeah. And then I was still at work, so I got texts going, "Can you please come home?
I need help.
I can't do this on my own. He is trying to lick, and I am fighting, and I'm still trying to work." I'm like, "Give me 20 minutes. So I made my way home. And it was okay, because he's a good boy. He's all fine now.
Yeah, he's good. And then
he's a good boy.
So it's his... Okay, I can't remember. It's his birthday this month?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
His third birthday?
That sounds right, yeah.
Yes.
That sounds right, isn't it, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then our other cat, Waltz.
We got Waltz when we moved out of BC.
Yeah, he was, yeah, so we got him at, not our local humane shelter, we got him in, like, a neighboring town.
Yeah.
We live in, like, an area of about, it's, like, radial an hour and a half, and there's, like, a whole bunch of cities in them. I think that sounds about right, so... One of, like, the farthest cities kind of out from us, it's about an hour and a half, but they have a very successful and popular
and they have the best names for their pets.
They do. So Waltz was dropped off with his brother. Hip Hop. But then Hip Hop was adopted pretty quick. Yes. I think, like, basically, so Waltz and Hip Hop were dropped off. Hip Hop was very affectionate, kind of outgoing. He was like Jonah in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm. Actually really looked like Jonah.
He did. And then Waltz, on the other hand, was super docile. He was super scared.
Partly feral.
Yeah, so they weren't sure, like, it just didn't work for him kind of thing. So when we got him, that means we got a little discount on our adoption fees because they're like, oh, thanks for adopting this. What did they call him?
A catitude cat.
A catitude cat, thank you. So we got a little discount on the adoption fees. Like, he was neutered, they had done all of his shots, and,
And he was dewormed, he had everything, he was neutered, he had all of that. There was, like, we didn't have to do anything with him.
Yeah, so then we brought him home, and at first...
Well, the way that we even got him, though, shocked me.
What do you mean?
Well, I had been saying for a while that I wanted to get a second cat, and that I thought Jonah would enjoy having a friend with him, and you were like, no, I think he enjoys being a lone cat and likes being on his own. I was like, I don't know.
I think he probably did in our other apartment, but then when we moved here, because we were out more, you could tell that it was kind of wearing on him a bit.
You were like, no, I think we're good with the one. And then I came home from work at one point, and you showed me your phone, and you went, I want him.
Go get him.
And I went, what? And so I looked, and it was this adorable little kitty. And he's so cute, and the eyes are so big. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is the cutest little baby. You were like, I want him. I was like, wait, really? Are you serious? And you're like, yes. I was like, I will put in an application for him, I guess.
Yeah, it took all of a day for them to be like, yep, you're approved, come on down.
Yeah, roughly. It was like a day, and I sent you a message when I got the approval. And I was like, we got it.
They had basically called us to say, like, are you sure this is the one you want? Because it's a catitude cat.
Yeah. I was like, we want Waltz. They're like, are you sure? I was like, yes, I want Waltz.
Yeah.
They're like, okay. So I told my work at the time that I had just gotten a call for one of my doctor appointments because I was on a cancellation list, and it was an appointment that I really needed, so I had to go right away. And they were like, okay, have fun. We'll see you later. And I was like, I'm going an hour and a half out of town, 2 hours to go and get a cat. See you later.
It was the only stipulation I was working, so I'm like, if we want to get him, you got to get him.
I was totally fine with that.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I guess I'm going to go and sing to myself for an hour and a half, 2 hours while I go and drive.
It was a pretty clear day, too. It was sunny. It was nice.
Yeah, it was fine.
It was winter,
it was
but it was
January,
still nice.
But it was fine. It wasn't...
Yeah. It wasn't icy, luckily, or anything.
No. So we were good there, but it, I made my way out there. I showed up, and I'm like, I'm here for Waltz, and they're like, now we want to double check that you do want him, because he is kind of feral, and we do have his brother Hip Hop, who's a lot more affectionate. I was like, no, that's okay.
I thought Hip Hop had been adopted.
No, not yet.
Okay. Yeah.
No, because
he got adopted pretty quick, though.
Yeah, they did. He did. Because they had asked if we wanted to adopt both of them, and I was like, I would, but I already had a cat at home, and if they're not a bonded pair, then I think I'm just going to do the one. And they're like, okay, no, that's fine. They're not bonded. I was like, okay, cool, because I don't want to separate bonded ones.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, they put him into the little kennel that we have.
Yeah, they gave us a little carrier.
No, that's when we had him.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
We got the carrier from the shelter when we got Jonah, because we didn't have one yet. When we moved out here, we had the rolling carrier. That's what I brought to get Waltz.
No, you're right.
Yeah. So they put him in there. I put him in the car. He was very scared. I don't think I've ever seen him that scared, but I also understand. And yeah, I drove the 2 hours home and brought him inside, and like literally there were no issues even with Jonah with him.
Do you know where he is?
I think he's in the other room.
You want to get him?
Yeah, I can do that.
I'll tell the story about when we brought him home and how we integrated the two cats. I'm sure people would be interested in that. So Hope is gonna, I think he's in the other room, like down this hall that Hope's going down. But yeah, so we got Waltz, and then she brought him home. She opened up the carrier, and at first we were thinking about setting him up in our bedroom, just with like some litter stuff and the food and whatnot in there and the water. So we opened up the carrier, and he kind of we wanted him kind of the same thing as Jonah, walk around, kind of see everything, and it didn't really work. He was definitely too scared for that. Like, he kind of cowered in the corner, and then because of that, Jonah kind of got the indication to, like, maybe prey on him a little bit. So then he kind of hissed at him, started like batting at him a bit. It wasn't anything crazy, but oh, look at this little guy. So this is Waltz. I don't know if he's ever been on camera. He
hasn't.
He's a little, like, he likes his privacy, he likes his own time. He doesn't mind being held if you're willing. As long as you're like gentle and quiet with him, he's pretty good. He likes low energy is what he likes. But anyway, so yeah, they didn't get along right away. So then, we didn't have a ton of experience introducing cats. We were like, okay, let's set up something in the bedroom for Waltz. We closed the door, and then we had food, water, litter, some toys in there, just everything. And then because we worked during the day too, it meant that he could be free to roam around and do whatever he wanted. And they started meeting on the other side. They would like pod each other a little bit on the bottom sides of the doors. And yeah, they kind of got integrated like that. And then after maybe 3-4 days, we decided, okay, that's good enough. And then we opened the door, and then Waltz kind of started exploring a bit. But what he's really good at, our little man here, is he's so good at finding hiding spots. There's a few spots where like we just couldn't find him. We're like, did he escape? Like, is that even possible? So we couldn't find him anywhere. He had his couple little hiding spots that he was in. And then after a while, he really took on to there's a spare room here that's got my office in it, like my computer and everything. Oh, he's trying to escape. Once he kind of gets free and you just give him pets, he's super chill. He's like, it's all good. You see big eyes.
But he is a tiny little scaredy baby.
Yeah, he's so cute. But yeah, and then he took to my room quite a bit, like the chair that Jonah likes. He liked to sit under the blankets, and then we created like a little, basically like bed for him at the bottom. So like underneath the chair, and then underneath the blankets we have on the chair, he can kind of get in from the back, and then he can sit down there, and nobody can see him. Exactly. And then he'll like hide up in my closet a bit. But recently, in the last 4 months maybe, he's really started to like come out of his shell like quite a bit now.
He really has.
He's coming up on, is it 2 years old now?
2 years. 2.5. No, 2 years, because he is a year younger than Jonah.
Yeah. So he'll be 2 years old, and then he's definitely come out of his shell. He'll like sleep on stuff. He follows us around screaming at it. Yeah, he sleeps around us.
Yes, we get yelled at. He doesn't meow, he yells.
Yeah, he just opens his mouth, and like the other day I think he wanted to make a sound. He's just over there drinking right now. I think he wanted to make a sound, but it sounded like a hiss, but I think he was taking a breath at the same time. It was like a meow, so it was like this weird gargle almost. Yeah.
But like he didn't hiss. It was just weird.
It was a waltz.
He's an odd little kitty, and he doesn't know how to be a cat, and it's adorable.
But now, he'll like lead us to the bed for pets, and he'll lead us to the couch for pets, and he's like, in terms of like when we got him, how scared he was, and now it's two different cats.
It was not possible to pet him before, because you couldn't get near him. He was very scared of everyone and everything. Trying to do anything with him was very difficult. And then, I want to say it was like 2 months in, roughly, that we were actually able to pet him.
Yeah.
And you had actually woken me up, and you're like, you need to come here right now. I was like, what's going on? And you went out into the hall, and he was on top of the closet, purring.
Yeah, he was just having the best time.
And we're like, you could do that?
That was his safe space. He really liked parts of the closet because he could climb up. We have a floor to ceiling tree over there, which we should show off. I think the thing's pretty cool, but I don't want to move the cameras. Yeah. But yeah, we have a floor to ceiling tree that you can get from like the ground. There's a couple of steps, and you can get up to whatever's up there. And they both love it because they can get up to like the top shelf. They can explore up there and see whatever.
But they haven't actually been going up there as much recently.
No, definitely not.
And I think that's actually just because Waltz isn't scared anymore, or at least nearly as scared as he was.
Sometimes when they play, they'll like run up really quick, and then the other one will chase them, and then they'll run back down. And sometimes they do that. It's a little messy up there right now, so I don't think it's quite as easy access.
But I also want to start using the top of the closet again.
I know.
So I'm actually going to move that tree. And it's going to go into the bedroom because we don't have a tree in there right now because I had to move it in the living room so we could get the AC into the bedroom.
Yeah, it's starting to get warm again.
Yeah. So we love the kitties. And Jonah's gotcha day is later this month. And then because, like, they're both shelter kitties, so the shelters are like, we think they're roughly this age, but we don't know, and nor do we know a birthday. So we just chose both of their birthdays and whatnot. So I think we actually did the same thing, just like opposites for each of them. So Waltz's...
We got Waltz around the time of Jonah's birthday, and then we got Jonah around the time of Waltz's birthday, basically.
Yeah. Jonah we got in June, and his birthday's in January, and then yeah, Waltz's birthday's in June, and we got him in January.
And it's a happy accident. Basically, we just give the kitty some treats. Maybe
and
they
there's
get a
like
new
2
toy.
days in between the two. It's like the 18th and the 20th or something like that.
Means they just get spoiled for a couple days.
Yeah, they get some extra treats, some extra licky treats, and some all the pets in the world. Not like they don't get that anyway.
Yeah, it's just extra that day. Well, normally they don't get licky treats because, well, Waltz is very good at just eating too fast and throwing up.
He's adorable, but
he's been getting so much better, but every once in a while...
He really has. It used to be like once a week where he would just decide, I need to eat until there's no more room. And then 2 seconds after being done eating, he'd throw up because he's dumb. But he actually... It's been down to like maybe once a month recently, which is pretty nice. And I enjoy it. That it's not all the time anymore.
The camera's not picking up very well, which is very sad, but I'm holding his back paw because he's asleep, and I'm just shaking his paw. I don't know. I can't see because we're a little far from the cameras, but he's big chillin'.
He is very chill.
He does it sometimes. I'll pet his back leg, and then he'll be like, all right, you're holding the leg now.
Yep.
Kind of a funny guy, I see.
Yep. Oh, now you get to hold both.
Yep. And then he'll just kind of roll over onto his side and just sleep more.
Because he's a cute little baby.
Yeah.
His favorite spot to lay and to sleep is in Chris's legs. He has been having some difficulty sleeping recently because the cat insists on being in between his legs.
Yeah, and then sometimes he likes to sleep on my edge of the bed.
Yeah.
So that means I'm then pushed in, but then Hope sleeps close to me as well. So then I'm kind of diagonally through them trying to find a spot.
What can I say? You're just very loving, and you just bring us in.
I guess it is very tough to sleep, very very tough. But it's a good problem to have, that's for sure.
It's like I love that post of oh, what a horrible problem it is to have a space where this little tiny creature feels it's the safest place to sleep.
Yep, it smells like us, and they're excited to be there.
Yeah, he's a good boy. But we have said before that Jonah. We had to get a second cat so that we could even out the emotional support for Jonah. Because Jonah was absorbing the self-offing. We woke up at one point while we were in BC, shortly after we got Jonah, to him dangling out the window because there were no screens, and he decided he could fly.
And I had said we need to keep the windows closed, and Hope's like, no, it's okay. I'm like, oh yeah.
I was like, you should be fine. We need some airflow. And I was like, it's not that far open. It was not okay. It was not okay. So we have said that he's just trying to absorb all of my problems, and we just had to get a second kitty so that we could even it out a bit so that he's not the only one absorbing it all.
That's why Waltz looks frightened all the time.
Yes. He's just taking all the anxiety.
No.
Jonah's just taking all the depression, and that's why he sleeps all the time.
But yeah, I think that about does it for us this week, doesn't it?
I think so. I mean, we don't. It's just the kitties. We could talk about them forever.
We could.
But I don't think people want to hear about that forever.
I'm sure we'll delve into more interesting stuff next week. But I work
You do. You have a crazy weekend. You are...
It's I have a 13-hour day tomorrow.
I was going to say, you are nonstop tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to that anyway. And then Sunday, I've got the day off to edit the podcast and have some relaxing time, not a ton. And then...
we got new games, so...
We did. And I'm hoping maybe I'll sit down and play this weekend, so that's exciting.
We got to add to our gaming collection, because we have a really cool gaming store in town that just opened up.
We do. The guy's super nice going in there too. Good vibes.
Yeah. So we went in today and we found some games. I found 2 new Lego games.
Yeah, it's an exciting time. But yeah, I think that about does it for us.
Yeah. So thank you for our very special episode and joining us with the kitties. We love the kitties. Oh, you're getting scooped. Always scoop and dangle. A dangle, dangle, dangle. There's a dangle kitty. Is it like that? No.
He really doesn't mind. He's very funny how relaxed he is when it comes to being picked up.
Yeah, it's really surprising actually. Yeah, well, it's your turn. Or my turn. A dangle, dangle, dingle, dangle, dingle, dangle, dingle, dangle.
And that's about it. We'll catch you guys next week. See ya.
See ya.